We're looking at a short-term chart of WTI crude. Last week we headed lower into the end of the week. We broke support at 103.2015, which had held in the morning session on Friday, in fact, and then we hit our next target support at 102.40.35 and bottomed out exactly here, where you can see we've got a short-term moving average. You can see there was some fib support there and a short-term trend line. So although we spiked below there, we're now above it. So looking a bit more positive as we start this week. We're going to have to get back above 103.20 if we're going to really see a decent recovery at the start of this week, at least. If we look at the daily chart, again, not too bad. We are still in a bull trend, just about, really. But as I say, we're going to have to get through 103.20. If we can do that, we can push up through to 103.94 and then perhaps test last week's high around the 104.40, 104.50 area. And then we've got this trend line up around the 104.75 area, I'd say, which I think will probably struggle, and that could hold a move higher again this week rather. 102.00, 101.90 is good support. If we do continue lower, watch that one. If we start breaking below there, that's going to be more negative for oil. It's a bit of a mixed picture, but I think there's a chance we can recover in the early part of the week at least. Look at Brent Crude just to see if it's telling us anything different. Well, it's still in a fairly decent uptrend since the beginning of April. You can see that we've got good fib support and 100 and 200-day moving average. Actually, that's the pink line in the low 109 area. So this is going to be important for this week. And there we go. As I draw that trend line, you can see that intersects here as well. So that low 109 area, call it 109.20, 109.10, that is really important support. Could well hold the downside this week. We could see a bounce off there, even though we're not particularly oversold on the daily chart, but we certainly have relieved the overbought pressure. So let's see if we can hold 109.20 and bounce off there. What's the shorter term chart telling us? Well, we did manage to bounce off 109.20, which is actually a short term moving average as well. Let's see if we can hold above 109.50 and push on higher. Obviously, if we do start closing below 109.00, that's going to add a lot of pressure, and it won't take much to push us down into the low 108 area then.